I'm Natalie, I'm 18 and I'm currently a student at University of the Arts in London. What drew me to photography was the fact that it was being able to articulate what I was feeling mentally, visually. Being able to access these inner feelings that I had no way to express otherwise, and being able to communicate them to other people, to be able to make the problem more known. I mean, I started off with a very conceptual kind of outlook on photography, wanting to create something that was different and not looking for something that was fashion or I was very fine art. And so going into photography, I was able to express the different feelings that I'd been hiding and being able to express them and open them up to potential people that would like to see them. The first piece that we're looking at is a picture of my brother who also suffers from mental health problems. And so I asked him beforehand how he would like to be portrayed to the viewer, and he said that it traps him, and he needed to be able to show a way that it would trap him. And so I worked with the visual eye and worked with hiding what the visual eye, because it is an internal problem. If you can't see it visually, that's the thing about mental health, is that it can't be seen visually. It's all internal, it's all accessible in the mind. So being able to showcase that's how I articulated his thoughts and feelings through my own visual mindset on mental health. It's rope is just like a thing, it's a restriction, it's a trap. So being able to trap the subject matter into something that consumes him within himself was the main focus point of the imagery. Black and white is being able to nullify the concept, to be able to say that you don't have bright, vibrant notions of colour, because it's not a bright subject. It's something that's rather internal, it's rather dark. So being able to articulate that, I wanted to be able to show that the colours and the tones were darker, because the theme to me is a very dark theme. And it's horrible, you know. It's very painful. And then my second image is a self-portrait, so it's me in a picture. I mean, it represents the theme of self-harm, because I feel like it is a physical way of being able to express mental health. I haven't done it personally, but I wanted to be able to showcase that most people with mental health do have notions of self-harm as a way of expression. My own expression is photography, and so I don't feel the need to be able to do self-harm. So now the third image is a picture of my granddad. See, my granddad doesn't actually suffer from any mental health problems. But again, I wanted to ask him how he would portray himself if he had mental illness, and he said it was a representation of bruising. See, as someone that suffers from mental health, bruising was a way of representing how I felt as well. So we were able to join forces and combine into creating an image that I felt represented it just as much as he did if he was someone that wasn't suffering from it. When you're suffering from mental health, you feel like almost a deflective model. And so I wanted to communicate the fact that the person is still the person still looks the same, but there's this internal struggle. And so it becomes a physical representation of that internal struggle by bruising, because it is hurting. As you as a viewer look at the image and you see someone that is hurting, and even though it is physical, it is a representation of the internal struggle of mental health. In this image is a picture of my cousin, so it's all family related, which was kind of like a way of representing mental health. Like, it is family related. Most of my family do suffer from mental health problems, and so it wants me to be able to gain an understanding behind it. And so in this image, my cousin has some tape around his mouth, and it's another form of trapping. Like, when you are suffering from mental health, it is all internal. You do not want to tell people about it, because you feel that you are strange and that you are weird. And so being able to hide it, you feel like you can't tell anyone about it, because it's something that is you. It becomes you, you know? It's so personal. And so being able to express it visually and being able to explore the notion that mental health does trap you, it's really difficult. And so, like I say, most of my images within mental health are black and white, because I want to be able to nullify the concept and show that it is very dark and it can make you feel dreadful thoughts. And so it's very simple, the portrait, and I, as a photographer, I am drawn to simple imagery. So this is the final picture that I wanted to show within my mental health series. It is another picture of me, and it was a reflection of how I feel. So this was taken on a day that I was very anxious. I was wearing no makeup, I was completely bare, and so I wanted to represent my bare nature to the viewer. I wanted to be able to hide behind something, which is why my face is not within the image. It is an image of the body. And so when you are looking at an image, you are looking at a physical state, you are not looking at the internal state. So therefore, the picture becomes a reflection of the physical state, and you have to construct the image into trying to create a mental state. And that when you are suffering from it, it is very blocking to the system, because you have no way that you're going to go on. Well, no, not exactly no way that you're going to go on. It just feels like that there is no way to go. You are like in a trance, you don't know. Within it, it is trancing, it is hard. Yeah.
No, you're only trying to make it stick. That love thing you got going on. But honey, please mind the kid. You know she might not be that strong. You know it was you who said it. She's all I love. She's all I love. Oh yes, it was you who said it. She's all I love. She's all I love. I know you got this need to be executive, and your man likes me halfway dead. And she ain't got the words to say. There's a hijack on the runway. You know it was you said it. She's all I love. She's all I love. You know it was you who said it. She's all I love. She's all I love. Ain't persuaded by what the lone men say. Oh, indeed, your fantasy. You know, sometimes the peace we share still beats the sun on my head. You know it was you said it. She's all I love. She's all I love. You know it was you who said it. She's all I love. She's all I love.